You guys know that I am a very passionate person. Pretty much anything that I like to do, I fall in love with, and I become very excited about it. Well, flowers happen to be one of those things. I think I've told you guys before that I am a gardener, and in the winter in Wisconsin, it's not always a reality for me to have beautiful flowers around. So if I'm buzzing through the grocery store, I'll stop and I'll pick up some beautiful bouquets of flowers. Please tell me that you guys get flowers from the grocery store sometimes too, or wherever you live. I'm sure you've got your ability to grab flowers somewhere. So, you know, they come in these big plastic sleeves like this, and you want to do something pretty with them. And I feel like flowers deserve a lot more than this kind of treatment. I get that that's how they have to sell them, but I always want to find a way to make them even more beautiful. So I'm going to share with you a few of the things that I do with flowers, because I think flowers, as with anything else you do, it's a great place to express your creativity, have a little bit of fun, play around with it a little bit. So, for instance, something like this. You can find these all the time at the grocery store. Immediately take off that plastic junk and get rid of this, right? Water it well, okay? Then go hunting around your house for something wonderful. For me, I have this gorgeous box, which unfortunately has a hole in the bottom, so it's the perfect thing to use. And I am going to put this beautiful little tulip inside the box. Now, another thing for you guys to keep your eyes open for, you can get this at craft stores, it's just this great Spanish moss. Keep some of this in your stockpile. So all I do with this is, you know, I just take a big old hunk of it, and it's kind of messy, but oh well, c'est la vie. You're having fun and you're playing. Sometimes if it's too ratty like that, I'll just literally go right in and I will cut some of it apart so I can just get at it. Then I will make a little nest around the beautiful little tulip. Sometimes I have to kind of, you know, monkey around with it till it gets just right. And the whole point here is to sort of cover up that little green plastic number that's, you know, not very attractive, and literally bring it right over onto the top of the tulip. Then another little fun trick that I have that I must share with you guys is you can find these beautiful robin's eggs. Sometimes they're real, sometimes they're faux eggs, but they're so pretty. And since this stuff looks so nesty already, what I will typically do is make a little spot, and I'll tuck a few of those little eggs right in there. And it's such a beautiful little place to find an egg. And then, you know, I've got this pretty tear sheet, a little bit of beautiful script here. This is actually an old letter. And since I have this in a box, all I do is I'm just going to tuck this in here. Look how pretty this is. A little bit of script. What you've created is your own beautiful little theater around your flowers. And it's really cool because, you know, this is going to last for a while anyway, and you could just keep plunking something new in it. So that's one. Now, I've got another wonderful gem to share with you. Okay, so you buy these beautiful roses, right? And I love these little tiny roses. They're just so pretty. But, you know, the stems are not so pretty to me. So I always try to snip them off really super short, and then I put them in a little teacup. I know you've all got teacups of some kind at your house. These are just little antique teacups. I kind of collect them. I pick them up. They have chips and that sort of thing. I never mind if the plates don't match the little saucers. In fact, I think it's actually quite pretty when they don't. And all I do is I snip them off so short that all you will see is just the rosebud poking out of the top. And that's what's so pretty about this anyways, is I don't need to see too much more than that. And as I build it, they're going to just be packed tightly in, and it's going to make this perfect little thing. Okay, so you guys can see I've just got the last few little roses that I'm putting in, and you can see how beautifully packed this is. I don't typically ever put water in these until I'm fully done and I've created this wonderful, perfect little ball of roses. But it's so pretty. And, you know, don't worry if a few of them stick out a little further. This isn't about creating, you know, this perfect thing. It's just you're creating your own beautiful little oil painting, essentially. And you know what will happen that is so cool is, you know, remember, each day you'll probably have to add a little bit of water, and they'll open, and they'll open. They'll be so beautiful. And then they're going to die. But don't throw them away. That's when they get really good, is when they get a little bit brown, and they're all open and laying there like that. That's truly when they become the oil painting. So how pretty is that? And also, what a gorgeous gift if you just add a little tag onto it and bring it to somebody. You are going to brighten their day. So you guys know I love silver trays. I'm always keeping my eye open for them. They don't have to be pricey. They just have to be cool and full of character. You know, I love them when they're dinged up and just marvelous. Then perfume bottles I think are marvelous. You can take the little tops off of them. I collect them, so I just think they're a fun thing. Again, you can find them for like, you know, really almost nothing. But look how pretty, okay, already, even without the flowers, it's so pretty just like this. Then all I do is, and again, this is just about kind of being artful, you know. Some of them I leave a little bit longer, some of them I leave a little bit shorter, but I just think it's pretty to just put a few loose flowers in here and there. I even think, I'm going to find a good example here for you guys, I even think sometimes when you've got one that's not even opened up, that is gorgeous. Don't toss those. They're just as pretty. If you need to strip the leaves a little bit, do that. If it helps you, you know, create a little bit more of what you're looking for. Like, I just love that. Just simple like that. And then I love sometimes in some of the vases, you know, I'll put two. I just kind of play around until I've created, in my mind, what feels like a really artful little setting. And that's all I'm looking to do. You know, I might push a few to the side, you know. And, you know, I won't add too much more to this. I might take these and do another bouquet for somewhere else, like, for instance, next to my bed or possibly on my vanity so that I can have something pretty to look at every day when I wake up. So 3 really beautiful examples of things that you can do a little differently with flowers, but always think about adding some beauty into your life with flowers. I just think they're such a great thing to have around anytime.